Hey there, it's Christine Hendricks coming live. Happy Sunday. Hope you had a great day. I have lots and lots of notes here for you. I hope this is going to be helpful to you. So I'll be looking down at my notes a lot, but there is one thing in the notes somewhere that I really concentrate on doing, and it's really difficult for me to do when I'm reading off notes. But as you can see, when I just talk and I'm talking to you, I look at the camera. So that's tip number one. Look at your camera. Some people, I don't know if they have another little screen. Oh, this is what they're doing. Does it look like I'm looking at myself? Okay, does it look like I'm looking at myself? Kind of, like I'm not looking at the camera. But this, looking right at the camera, I'm talking to you. It's much more powerful. So that's definitely one of the tips I've taken and used. So notice I also leaned in. Did I grab your attention? So there's some things that I've learned. So just so you know, this little video will be longer than normal. I usually try to keep them 5 minutes or less because you know, people are busy and I know people drop in and watch, so, and I thank you for that. I see somebody's jumped on, but Facebook's changed it. I don't see who jumps on anymore, which is kind of, I don't like, because I like to say hi. So if you drop a comment, so I'm just looking to see if there's any comments. Oh, 2, yay! Anyway, so this is how to do the videos, and I just did my first tip. Look at the camera, not down here at you or anywhere else. Look at the camera. Grab their attention, right? Okay, that's the first tip. Okay, so let's see here. I have this in my notes from the other day. This didn't have to do necessarily with Facebook Lives or anything else, but it had everything to do with annoying people. And one of the biggest things I think is annoying is when somebody's trying to sell something and they tag me in their posts. Well, same as Facebook Lives, you don't want to tag a bunch of people in your stuff just for them to see it. It's annoying. So you don't want to lose your friends. All right. Oh, so here's a tip. Number one way to do something and then just not tell them is so annoying. That goes into the annoying category. So, you know, I've done that. I was like, oh, I'm going to click on this link and read this, and then they don't tell you, and then you have to go here or there or whatever to get it. It's like, man, I wanted that number one tip and they told me 10, but they didn't tell me the number one, and find it so annoying. So don't do that. And these are what Ray Higdon says. This is what works, guys. If you want to do videos and want to get better and want to build an audience for whatever reason. Okay. So when you do have a call to action, don't say webinar. Oh, join my webinar. Because people think sales. Nobody wants to be sold to. You could, though, do my live training. I'm looking for my note. I can't find it. I don't know where it went to. I'll find it again later. Maybe it's on the other page. Oops. Oh, yeah, it's on the other page. Oh, so yeah, live trading or recordings, but you know, they're going to get the information. They're not being sold to, because nobody likes that. But if you want to get them to somewhere else and you do a call to action, it's really great to say, hey, look, I got all these tips. Like, there's tons here. If you want more of them, I have a place that I'm sharing this stuff. So you can go and get the rest of this stuff from my group that I created. See the difference? Which I really do have a group, by the way. So if you do want to go to that group, shoot me a message, and that is your call to action. So let's see. I'm going to just share the rest of these because there's so much more in the group. And guess what? This is getting posted in my group, so Oh, if you have text, like if you're wearing a shirt or you want to see what, like I've got these notes, see, you can actually read it. Learn how to flip your camera around. There's a simple way. Google it. Shoot me a message on that if you want even. Anyways, there is a simple way to do it. I prefer you Google it because every phone is different. It's time consuming sometimes, just to learn, right? But, all right, let's get to, oh, and speaking of which, I just showed you my book. Like, that is more powerful than me just standing here saying, hey, I have a bunch of tips and I'm going to tell you about them. It's much more powerful, like, wow, look at this, you know? So there's another tip. Oh, here's a great one. And I've really started, I learned this sometime this summer, I guess. If you're doing videos, avoid saying you guys, you people, trying to get the wording there, but let me see what else I have. Yeah, you guys. Anyways, so it's you versus you guys. Like, I know that was one I was like, "Ooh, I'm doing that wrong." So if you noticed when you started watching this video, I directly talked to you, whoever you are. And that's exactly what I do when I look at the camera. I'm talking to one individual, whether there's a lot on there, and in my head I'm talking directly to whoever's watching. Hi Francine, it finally popped up, somebody was on. So, and I see two are on. Facebook's crazy. Anyways, but I do. I talk. So right now, I'm talking directly to Francine. I'm talking directly to Amy, who I see just popped on. And in my head, I'm acknowledging all of you, but I say you instead of you guys. It is a powerful, thing. Does it make a difference when I say, hey, you are great, or you guys are great? It's a difference. I'm talking directly to you, and each one of you though, which is really cool. Okay, so if you have a demonstration, there's people that do cooking stuff and demonstrate. Those are really good. So gives you something for content as well. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here's another annoying thing. Can't say one thing. It's like, if I have these tips and it comes from one website, people are like, why don't you just give me the website link? You know, it's like, you know, this doesn't make sense. You need it to make sense. So when I do it, I research more than one website, and I'll be like, I've got all this research from these different websites. If you want that, you can have it. Well, thank you, Amy. Oh, you're so sweet. I love you. You're always gorgeous too. I mean, I don't know where you get the gorgeous factor from on your Facebook. Every time I see your pictures. Anyways, okay. So this, you know, this is if you're doing Facebook videos, and this has to do actually with something called attraction marketing as well. A lot of people that do the Facebook videos want to attract people to them for whatever reason. Aw, thank you, Amy. So when you do a call to action, you want it to be clear. And by the way, I call that CTA in case I switch to that. So you want to be clear. So earlier I said, I have a group that I'm doing all this training, and this is just one of the videos. I think yesterday I also posted that video in that group, but not all my videos. I have separate videos that are not on my Facebook wall, because for 14 days I don't want to flood my wall with all this kind of stuff. But I'm thinking, tonight I thought, you know what, there's some people out there that might just want to learn this. I mean, when I first started learning this a year ago, I don't know why I wanted to do videos. I just thought I should. And I'm really glad I did, because it's been helping me with my other stuff. Anyways, energy! You get, like, my energy just picked up because I'm so excited you guys are here. And I'm learning this all from Ray Higdon, but what I wanted to say was, he mentioned this person in this other group that I'm in, and they're like, here, you know, this is what I wanted to do, and I can't do that tonight because, like, nobody cares, and we don't care. Hi, Mike. We don't care if you can't do what you were going to do. Just do something. Like, don't tell us you couldn't do something because, like, nobody cares. Energy is caught, not taught. Bingo. So I was just telling them, Mike, I don't know if you heard me. I'm so excited you guys are on. And see, I just did it, you guys. Don't do you guys. I'm excited you are on. That was one of my tips. You know, break those habits if you've already been doing videos. Okay. So, oh yeah, so that sets the viewer up for disappointment. It's like, oh man, I wanted, you know, that would have been really cool. Like, I wanted to show my art stuff, but I can't because, you know, I forgot it at work. You know, so then they're disappointed. It's like, why did I bother tuning in? I don't want to hear about that. Titles that would attract new people to your Facebook Lives. Another great thing is titles. Oh, thank you, Francine. And don't get lazy. So this is coming from Ray Higdon. He said he got lazy and realized he was being lazy with his titles and started doing better titles again. And voila, he had more viewers. So, and he you know, he's the testimony, whatever. Anyways, that this stuff works. Lighting. You notice my lighting's not too bad. Now, he tried to show this earlier in his video, but you can have under or overexposure. I don't know if mine will turn up to get over. Yeah, it doesn't turn up anymore. I like it on that level at night. But during the day, you can have too much exposure. Like, I'm practically glowing if I have certain lighting. I'm just going to turn it down. But you don't want underexposure either. I mean, you start to underexpose, like, that's not so great, right? So you want your good lighting and clean background. You know, make sure you have a clean background. And another thing I learned, Ray didn't talk about in his stuff, was proportion. You need to have like something. You could see this. Wait, you can't see my hand. There we go. You can see this light over my head, and you can see proportionally, you know, proportion-wise. You can see my that side, my wood stove. So proportion-wise, people like to be able to see proportions. Titles are like newspaper headlines. Exactly, and I talked about that in my video, I believe, yesterday. So those are my tips, and I'm doing a 14-day challenge. I actually have a group that I'm sharing more of this kind of stuff in there, like tons of whatever, especially for people that want to do it and haven't been, how to get past that fear to just do it, all kinds of great stuff in there. So if you would like to get into that group, shoot me a message. You know where those little message bar on, click it, send me that little message, and I'll get you in there. So thank you so much for watching, and you all have a great whatever it is wherever you are.